There's a new game coming out made by Obsidian. It is called Avowed. And the promotional art is amazing. Look at this art. When I first saw this art, I was seeing what you see right now, the skeleton covered in a whole bunch of different things. It looked like a skeleton warrior that's going through some weird eldritch world with some craziness. It looks like there's tentacles, mushrooms, flesh still on it, plant life growing on that. I saw that and I'm like, dude, that game looks like it's going to be amazing if this is the kind of artwork that they have in the game. And after seeing that, I wanted to look at the little video that they had connected to this picture. So I decided to watch it, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be playing it and talking about this game that seems to have piqued my interest just because of this one picture alone. But before I get this video going on, like, subscribe, share, and help my little channel grow. Now, with that said, is with the video and with the game, yes, I've heard that there's some problems and some things that Obsidian are hiding about this game that came to light. We will be talking about that in a little bit. But now let's watch the video and talk about it.
Khan, your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands.
Okay, I know the video just started, but something I notice is if you look in the background on this picture right here, you can see the little grass that's on the skeleton or that plant life that's growing on the skeleton. And then also the in-game art is really giving me a vibe of, what's that game called again? Fable. So it's really giving me a hardcore Fable feel. Yes, I know it's a little bit different, but just the kind of the proportions and the little bit of the art just really making me think of Fable.
That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go, tame the chaos that...
Now, after watching a little bit more of the video, seeing a few different landscapes, different enemies, different scenes, I am also getting a feel of the art direction and the gameplay as a Dragon Age game, and then also still you're really getting that feel of the art, like what they're doing. The art style is a Fable-ish. So yeah, it's kind of fantasy, a little bit cartoonish, but very similar to Dragon Age Inquisition. So the last good Dragon Age game that came out. Now let's keep watching.
plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild. And become what the living lands truly needs. Its protector.
Those last few scenes of the magic where you see the character holding a book and then casting a spell like a book and a wand, then you see where they bring up this arcane circle and then cast a spell. That, I really like that. That is a very unique, different kind of take on games like that. Because most of the time, you usually just see people, they wave something in the air or they just put their hand out and shoot out a spell, but this game actually expects your character to actually know something, or if they don't know the spell, at least read it from a book and then cast it and use it. So that, I like that design and how they're going with that. Alright, everyone. That was the promotional video for Avowed. Now, after seeing that, I am looking forward to this game. I definitely want to see more of their progression and development, what's happening in the game. One thing I was disappointed about when watching the video is you did not see this lovely little skeleton guy up on the video right now, up on the screen. You did not see him there. Yeah, you saw little bits and pieces, kind of like that weird fungus hair that's going on, and kind of like the chest mass area that's going. But from what I'm guessing now, after seeing the game, seeing some of the art and stuff, is this skeleton is supposed to be a representation of the living lands, the lands that you play the game in. And that's one thing I was a little bit disappointed about watching the video. I did not see what I wanted to see. The skeleton guy, I was hoping he would have been a common enemy or just kind of like an lead enemy, a boss, something like that. But seems like more he's a representation of the world just right now in this current promotional art. And now, with that all said, we're going to have to move on to the part that no one really wants to talk about, or the part I really don't want to talk about because it's a little bit annoying myself. To myself, I should say. The gaming community, what they did, they were looking through the game, looking at other stuff, looking at emails, etc., and they found that our buddies here at Obsidian was hiding something small. Because currently, right now, the woke agenda in general and gaming and everything like that, and the stupid diversity, forced diversity, is dying right now. Everyone can see it. It's dying. So what they had in the game is a pronouns option in the game. So to me, I really don't care. It's not that big. If they just have, like, say, pronouns, and then they have the body types where it's A and B, remember, even Elden Ring did that. Okay, that game that everyone loves, that I even love myself, Elden Ring, did the body types A and B. So they're probably going to have that on top of the pronouns. And the pronouns are really not much, but it is a story-based game. If they're going to have pronouns and something like that, where you go around, talk to people, venture the world, and really have your pronouns there. So that's nothing too big to worry about, nothing too disturbing. That's not going to destroy the game. So those are kind of the only two things that they're really having, is the pronouns and then the body types A and B. But remember, even Elden Ring did the body types A and B. Yeah, your character really doesn't talk. There isn't really much in the world. And I was pretty sure that if there was more interaction with NPCs and storyline in Elden Ring, they would have probably even had the pronoun stuff in the game too. So this is something very small that, yes, is things like this can lead to something more and worse, and you can end up with the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, where it's a horribly trash game that they decided to spend more time dunking on the fans and destroying the already established lore of a game just so they can get some of their little woke points that they have. As of right now, this is nothing too big, nothing to worry about. There isn't much I've seen beyond that to worry about the game, so don't freak out. Don't automatically hate this game just because it has two little things. Because remember, games have been around, or should I say, when you're developing a game, they're usually around several years before you even announce it. Unless you're Team Cherry and you're talking about Silksong, most games have been around for several years before they're first announced, and they have trailers and stuff, so they've been developing it for years. And during the last few years, yeah, it's been a bit crazy with the forced diversity, and everyone has to be like this, and if your skin is too pale, you're automatically bad no matter what. I know you were just born with this skin, but you're an evil baby that's 5 minutes old. Yeah, stuff like that. No. is yes, crap like that was the last few years, but you can really tell a lot of games, a lot of companies have suffered a lot because of that. And even games that are coming out like this and the huge push against woke culture and the DEI and crap like that is they can adjust fire a little bit. Yes, the game's been developed for the last 2-3 years, but they can change a few little things here and there, and there's other points that they cannot change because that's a huge part of the game. But right now, I hope Obsidian does not drink from the woke Kool-Aid and end up destroying everything that they have already developed right now. So in other words, Obsidian, keep the game in development for an extra few months and get rid of the lot of the stupid wokeness in it, if you have any. Because just having the body types A and B and having some pronouns, that's nothing. Spend more time in development, fix some of the crap, and make a good story and make good gameplay. Alrighty then. Now with that all said, I'm going to end the video here, and you all take care now. And remember, most importantly of all, always love the Kellhound.